Hi, scholars, and happy Monday. Today we're doing Module 6, Lesson 9, and our objective today is I can represent up to 120 objects with a written numeral. That means that we're going to be using objects, we're actually going to be using cubes, and then we're going to write out the number that we see. So if you have a plain piece of paper that you can use for today, that would be awesome. Or if you can find some room on that packet to just write in and follow along, that would be just as great. So get that first and pause the video until you move on. So let's use our efficient counting skills to count different combination of linking cubes. So when I put out these linking cubes, your job is to count them as quickly as you can and write down the number of cubes I have. I put most of the cubes into 10 sticks, which should make it faster for you. So here I have my cubes. I want you to quickly count them and write down the number of cubes you have. So how many linking cubes are here? 100. You could have counted by counting 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. How many linking cubes are here? 100. I want you to think, was it quicker for you to count these cubes or the last set of cubes? These cubes should have been easier because it's set up like 5 groups. We have 5 tens at the top, 5 tens at the bottom, so 5 tens and 5 tens is 10 tens, and 10 tens is 100. Or you could just saw it as you saw 10 sets of sticks when you looked at them, so you knew 10 tens was 100. This should have been a lot quicker than all of our 10 sticks jumbled up like they were before. So this is 10 tens, or you could say 100 cubes, or just 100. It's just 100. And then I'm showing you your place value chart. You have 10 tens and we had 0 ones. We know that's 100. So I want you to think about how I drew or wrote all of this out, and we're going to do that for all the upcoming ones. So as quick as you can, figure out how many tens you see. So how many tens do you see? Well, we know on the left those two groups are 5s or 10 tens, and then I see 2 left over, which would be 12 tens. So that means how many cubes do you see? 120 cubes. So how many ones would that be? 120. Good, so just like we said, there's 12 tens, or you could say 120 cubes, or 120 altogether. I have 12 tens, I have 0 ones. Our next one, we might have some ones, so be careful when you're counting. Quickly count. So how many tens do you see? Well, we know there's a 5 group at the top, so that's 5. There's 4 at the bottom. 5 and 4 make 9, so we have 9 tens. And how many ones? 9 ones. So 9 tens, 9 ones. So how many cubes do you see in all? 99 cubes. How many ones would that be? 99 ones. So just like we said, 9 tens, 9 ones, which would be 99 cubes, or just 99. We have 9 tens, 9 ones in our place value chart. Now I'm going to show the next one and do it as quick as you can. So how many 10s do you see? Well, we can clearly see 10 quickly. How many 1s? I see 1. So 10 10s, 1 1. How many cubes do you see in all? 101. And how many 1s would that be? 101. So we have 10 10s, 1 1, 101 cubes, or just 101. In our place value chart, I have 10 10s, 1 1, and you can see when you look at your place value chart, you can see 101 when you just go from left to right. You should be able to see that number. All right, we're getting ready for the next one. You should know quickly, how many 10s do you see? 10 10s. And how many 1s? 9 1s. How many cubes do you see? Well, that would be 109. 109 cubes. How many 1s would that be? It would be 109. So we have 10 10s we see, 9 1s we can see, which would be 109 cubes, or just 109. And you can see in our place value chart we have 109. This should be super quick. How many 10s do you see? 11. Are there any 1s? Nope. So that's 11 10s. I didn't even write anything about 1s because we don't have any. And then we have 110 cubes, which would just be 110. In my place value chart, it's 11 10s, 0 1s. And you can see, going left to right, that's 110. All right, we're getting ready for the next one. This should be easy because our last problem was the same amount of 10s. So how many 10s is that? 11. And we can see how many 1s? 1. So how many cubes do we see? So 11 we know is 110. So counting on 110, 111. So like we just said, 11 10s, 1 1, 111 cubes, which would just be the number 111. You can see I have my 11 10s and my 1 1 in my place value chart. And I can see that number, 111, if I read from left to right. All right, here's the next one. What did you notice? Our 10s stayed the same, right? So we still have 11 10s. And now I see we have 1, 2, 3 1s. So 11 10s and 3 1s. If we just did 11 10s, 1 1, what do you think 11 10s and 3 1s is? Did you guess correctly? 11 10s, 3 1s would be 113 cubes, or just the number 113. In my place value chart, we have 11 10s, like you can see, and 3 1s, which would be the number 113. You guys are probably getting really quick at this now. Let's see the next one. You should know right off the bat that's 11 10s. It has not changed, but now we can see how many 1s. Well, it's 1 less than having a full 10 frames, so that's got to be 9. So that would be 11 10s, 9 1s, just like we said, which would be 119 cubes, or just 119. We have 11 in our 10s place, 9 in our 1s place, and we can see going left to right, that's the number 119. Here's the next one. 11 10s, we know that already. Looking at my 1s, well, that's a full 5 group right there, so 5 1s. And I want you to think what those questions I'm going to ask are, how many tens, how many ones, how many cubes do you see, how many ones would that be, and your place value chart. Think about it. That would be 11 tens, 5 ones, which would be 115 cubes, which could also just be 115. I have 11 in my tens place still, 5 in my ones now. Reading left to right, I see 115. We're almost done. We got 3 more. Here's the next one. Be careful. Now we don't have the same amount. We were on a pattern of having 11 tens, but now we only have how many? 10 tens. 10 tens is the same as 100. But we're not done because I still have some ones over here. So we have 10 tens. And how many ones? 4 ones, which would mean 104. So like we said, 10 tens, 4 ones, which would be 104 cubes, or just the number 104. I have a 10 in my tens place for my 10 sticks over there. I have a 4 in my ones place for my ones up there, which would be the number 104. Here's the next one. Quick, how many tens? 10 tens. How many ones? 7 ones. How many cubes in all? Well, we know 10 tens is 100, 107, which would be how many ones? Just 107. Just like we just went over, 10 tens, 7 ones, 107 cubes, or just 107. In my place value chart, my 10 tens, my 7 ones, I read it from left to right, I see 107. Here's your last one. It's gonna be tricky. Be careful. Well, I know I see my 10 tens over there, but how many ones do I have? I have a 10 frame, so that means there's how many ones? 10 ones. So I have 10 tens and 10 ones, okay? How many cubes do you see? Well, 10 tens is 100, so that's my tens. Let's count on. So we're at 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110. What could I have done to make the number 110 differently? I could have just added a 10 stick instead of all these ones, but I'm going to show you why this is a little bit different. So we do have 10 tens, 10 ones. We counted that's 110 cubes, or just 110. The place value chart closest to my 10 sticks is showing that 10 tens, 10 ones. That matches my picture. I also put an addition sentence on top. 100 plus 10 equals 110. So that shows my picture. But I'm showing you this equal sign between the place value charts to say that our picture is also equal to just having 11, 10, 0 ones. But if we were to take a test and you put that place value chart with the 11 in the tens place, it wouldn't be correct because we don't have 11 tens in our picture. But I'm writing this out to show you that you can make the same number different ways. You could have done 110 plus 0 equals 110, or just 11, 10, 0 ones. So you need to be careful when you see that there's 10 ones. You don't make it into a 10. You keep it there and make sure you answer it with your picture correctly. Got it good? Good. Now we're going to go over what your work looks like for today. On page 48 of your packet, Your directions are to count the objects, fill in the place value chart, and write the number on the line. So I'm going to go over the first one with you. I see these bags that have the number 10 in it. That means it's like a 10 stick, but it's just a 10 group in a bag, and they labeled it for you. So I'm going to count. We have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Good. 90, but that's 9 tens. So I'm going to put a 9 in my tens place. Now I see the ones. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 ones. What number is 9 tens and 8 ones? 98. Great job. So you're going to do the same thing for number 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you see that big star on number 5? That's the one I need a picture of. So remind whoever you're at home with to send Miss Cherkas a picture of number 5. On page 49 of your packet, you're going to do the same thing for number 6 and number 7. You're going to count your objects, fill in your place value chart, and write what that number is that you counted. Then at the bottom it says, use quick tens and ones to represent the following numbers. Write the numbers on the line. So you're going to draw quick tens and ones, if there are ones, next to number 8 and next to number 9 to show the number in the place value chart. Then you'll write that number on those little lines. Get it? Got it? Good? I hope you do a great job. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me. My phone number and my email's on the front of your packet. And you can let whoever at home know that you need some help, and you can always call me. I had a lot of great work from scholars last week, but I'm hoping for so much more this week. Remember, you can earn Grow Team points. I'm thinking about sending you guys something special. I'm not sure what for the people or the scholars that have the most Grow Team points. So work really, really hard and keep it up. I miss you guys so much. I hope you're doing well. I will be posting another video tomorrow, so look out for that. Bye.